going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel once again. I'm Facci, and this beautiful thing is Faccis Cinema. If you are new here, definitely make sure to hit that subscribe button for me. Join the Futch Lovin' Army and hang out with us all the time, especially when we're doing live streams, either Tuesday, Wednesday nights. Those things have been getting popping recently. You might want to come hang out for a little bit. Gonna be a good time. But thanks to everybody who watches, likes, subscribes, leaves comments, whatever. Thank you all so much, because I couldn't do any of this without all of you. So if you're looking to support this channel in any way, I got links down below to my Patreon and my Buy Me a Coffee. I just passed 10 members of my Patreon/YouTube membership. I said if I get another 5 by my birthday, July 14th, I will raffle off another Faccis Cinema t-shirt. I already raffled off one. Surprise, surprise, it's going to James Grimm, my good buddy. He won the raffle, so he's getting the shirt. But today, I'm going to be doing something new on the channel. I am going to be doing a tier list. I've never made one of these before. I actually had to ask my son how to set this up because I had no damn clue. But today, I'm going to do a tier list ranking of my horror movies I've watched from 1980. I did my top 10, and now I wanted to do a tier list to put all 19 movies into a category, and those categories are: here's perfection. Might get that from The Shining. Don't go out tonight. That is from Maniac, of course, and you don't want to go out tonight because the movie's just so damn good. Above the Fog, you know, it's better than the average horror film, but it's not the greatest. We got This Movie Is Jinxed. It's watchable, but it's pretty bad. And You're All Doomed, meaning this movie is a giant piece of shit, and you can skip it. So, let's see how this bad boy works, because, yeah, you know, it's going to be a first time. I need you guys to bear with me, if you know what I mean. Alright, so here we go. We're going to go ahead and start off with The Unseen. Now, this movie had more of a made-for-TV quality movie. It wasn't anything what I expected it to be. I don't want to spoil it because I know probably most of you haven't even heard of this movie. Let's just say the real villain in this movie is not who they're depicting it to be in the beginning. The villain in the beginning, committing these terrible acts, really doesn't know what he's doing. He was, you know, raised to believe that this is the right way to do it, and this is the only way to do it. But then in the end, he becomes the good guy, and really just not that good of a movie. The kills are weak. The acting is not the greatest. Honestly, I'm going to have to put this puppy in You're All Doomed. It's worth, don't even bother checking it out. Just go ahead and skip it. Really is bottom of the barrel. Alright, now this next one is pretty popular among fans of the 1980 movies. The Changeling. I know a lot of people are into those mood and atmosphere kind of movies. Those haunted house ghost stories. This one wasn't for me. I put it on. I was literally falling asleep. I wasn't paying attention whatsoever. It did not catch my eye, so I would have to put The Changeling once again, for me, in You're All Doomed. I did not enjoy it. I did not have a good time with it, and if I was you, I would skip it. Alright. The Children. The freaking Children. Okay, we got Harry Manfredini's score. We got zombie kids trying to hug people. Daddy. Daddy. Black fingernails, man. Whenever they hug you, they like melt you down, and then you start smoking and then like burn. Practical effects were great. It was cheesy, good fun. So I would have to put The Children in Above the Fog. I would check it out. It's worth definitely a one-time watch just to hear that Harry Manfredini score and thinking, hey, Jason's gonna pop up any minute. No, wait, he's not in this movie. Alrighty. We got Schizoid. This tells the tale of a psychiatrist, and he got like a list of patients, and they're getting killed off one by one in this support group. I was bored out of my mind. It wasn't for me. I've heard people like this movie. The kills were weak. I just didn't care for the story. I gotta go, and you're all doomed. I know what you guys are thinking. Man, 1980 is a piece of shit. So far, these movies I've went over, they're not that great. I'd skip that one as well if I was you guys. Okay, we're gonna move on to The Shining. The Shining. If you guys watch my top 10, you will know it was number 2 in my list. It says Stanley Kubrick does a great job here. This is one of the most classic horror movies there is. Jack Nicholson owns as Jack Torrance. This movie's amazing. It's a psychological thriller with some horror elements in there. It's creepy as shit. So I gotta go. Here's Perfection. Was it going anywhere else? Now we're up to Prom Night. This did make my top 10. This tells the story of a killer back for revenge in a whodunit after what turns out to be his sister is killed during a vicious game, sick, twisted game of hide and go seek, I guess. It's freaking disturbing. Kill! It's pretty fucked up. The killer's outfit's kind of generic, but sparkly, glittery at the same time. The kills are weak, but it has Jamie Lee Curtis, and that's enough to save it and put it in the above the fog category. Here's to another Jamie Lee Curtis film. We're going with Terror Train. I would definitely give this, you should probably check it out at least once, but it doesn't have enough to put it in a higher category. The kills are weak. The killer is just a typical revenge plot. They played a twisted, sick game on him at the beginning of the film. They messed him up for life. He comes back for revenge on this train where they're trapped for an hour and a half runtime. The only cool shit on this is David Copperfield doing some magic tricks, so I gotta put this bad boy in. This movie is jinxed. Maybe if the kills were better, if the killer's look was more iconic, he does a bunch of different looks throughout this film, I think it would be higher, but it's gotta go, and this movie is jinxed. At least check it out one time and then never watch it again. New Year's Evil. This is a fun take on the slasher. The killer is probably one of the most genius killers there is. He always weasels himself in these situations where people think he actually belongs there, and he is who he says he is, but then in the end, he always turns out to be a psychopathic killer on a revenge plot to get back at his wife. Along with tag team action with his son, actually. His giddy-ups in this movie are actually pretty cool. I really like the Chinese guy one, like the sweatsuit. I think it's just something about it. I don't know, it just catches my eye. So I would have to put this one in. Don't go out tonight. Stay in and watch New Year's Evil. Make it a tradition on New Year's Eve. Before the ball drops, before you watch any of that stuff, put in New Year's Evil and have a damn good time because I am evil. Alright, we're going to go with the original Mother's Day next. And this tells the tale of two sons who will do anything to impress their mother, and that includes kidnapping, murdering, and raping women. Right there, that tells you that this movie's not going to be good. If I had to watch between this one and the remake, I would personally go with the remake. This one, cheesy goodness, I guess, but I really just don't enjoy it that much. So I would have to put this one in. This movie is jinxed. Watch it one time, see it for yourself, and never watch it again. Alrighty, this is a popular one among you fans out there, Motel Hell. This tells the tale of farmers that are like harvesting humans, like they plant them underground and then feed them. I don't fucking know what's going on. It's kooky, it's wacky, it's not for me. The best scene is the one on the cover art for most part of the guy in the pig head with the chainsaw. Best scene in the movie. Other than that, maybe watch it one time and then never watch it again. So I would put this one in. This movie is jinxed. On to a Dario Argento classic, Inferno. Yeah, I guess I'm just not into those Dario Argento movies. This one was not for me. I did not have a good time with it at all. I could not even tell you what the plot was of this movie. I know I'm going to get a lot of hate for this one. I gotta put this one in You're All Doomed. I would skip it if I was you. It did nothing for me. I don't remember anything about it. So, bottom of the barrel, You're All Doomed. Humanoids from the Deep, aka Monster. This movie made my top 10. It is cheesy fun. The monster costumes are not the best. This one tells the story of these creatures that have half human, half sea creature, and they come back to rape the women and reproduce. I know that sounds terrible, but it's cheesy fun when they're trying to pull off the bikini tops. I'm digging it. Not the rape, but the bikini tops getting ripped off. Who doesn't love a good set of boobies? Just like Steve Harrington from Stranger Things. He loves boobies, and so do I. So this movie's gonna have to go above the fog. I can have a great time with it. Is it the best? No, but it is fun. On to the original Friday the 13th. Betsy Palmer dominates. Harry Manfredini's score is amazing. What it did for the genre, the subgenre, slasher, punched that door down and gave us an amazing array of slasher films after it. Is it boring? Yes. Is it a whodunit? It's supposed to be, but it doesn't work. But the performances by, like I said, Betsy Palmer as Mrs. Voorhees rocks. And if you're going to do a marathon, you're probably going to watch this bad boy, so I'm going to put it above the fog. I know a lot of people are probably like, wait a minute, that's perfection. What are you doing, Facci? Not for me. It's still good. Next, we're going to go with Alligator, a little creature feature from 1980. Is it corny? Yes. But is this alligator a vicious son of a bitch? And are the effects for being back in the day damn good? Yes, they are. This one tells the tale of an alligator that's dropped down the toilet, flushed down the drain, and lands in the sewer. It just grows and grows and grows into a massive proportion and comes back to kill. It's amazing. It's a fun time. Really, really is. So I would have to put this one in the category of above the fog. It's definitely better than the average film from the year. It's a good time. I think you'll really enjoy it. On to Death Ship. You may be looking at this box art and being like, wait a minute, that looks like Ghost Ship. Well, I think Ghost Ship took a lot of what it did from this movie, but Ghost Ship had a lot more bloody kills than this movie. This movie was weak. I do not recommend it. These people, their boat breaks. Yeah, breaks. Their boat crashes. They have to get aboard this German Nazi torture ship, and that just sounds bad, so it's all downhill from there. But this movie's very, very boring for me, and I gotta put this one on in the You're All Doomed category and just skip this shit because it's pretty fucking terrible. On to City of the Living Dead, a Lucio Fulci film, which I'm finally diving into. Some Italian zombie horror, and this one was damn good. Yes, the plot's kind of crazy. It's about a priest who hangs himself and then stares at people and like makes their eyes bleed and then they like die, and it's teleporting zombies. The ending makes no sense. The screen shatters. Who knows what's going on, but it's so freaking cool. The effects are great. The zombies are weird but cool at the same time. A lot of cool bloody kills. I gotta put this one in Don't Go Out Tonight and stay at home and watch City of the Living Dead. And this movie also goes by a bunch of other titles. I don't remember what they are, but it's definitely a pretty fun fucking flick. This brings me next to Christmas Evil. This has that Christmas charm you're looking for. This tells a story about a guy who, believes in Santa Claus to the utmost extreme level. Shit isn't going right at his job. And he really truly believes he's Santa Claus, and he delivers mayhem and bloody kills with Christmas time ornaments and items. It's amazing. It jumps the shark at the end, but I think you guys are going to have a really good time with it. I honestly, if it's Christmas time, I'm going to put this movie in Don't Go Out Tonight and watch Christmas Evil. So fun. The kills are great. Really cool, actually. The killer, you kind of sympathize with him. He's just killing people that don't believe in Santa Claus, but he really enjoys Christmas time, and he loves helping the children celebrate. So definitely don't go out tonight if it's Christmas time and watch Christmas Evil. Brings me up to Maniac. You don't want to go out tonight. You really don't. You don't. Because he's out there. And he's maniacal. He has a lot of shit going on in his brain. And he got some mannequins in his house. And they talk to him. And he gets them new hair. And he puts makeup on them. And he's really deep down seems like a good guy. But he just has so many maniac-like things going on in his brain. I mean, you get Tom Savini effects. You get Tom Savini getting his head blown off in the one scene. It's amazing. It's sick. It's grimy. It's gritty. I'm going to put Maniac in. Don't go out tonight. Definitely one of the best from 1980. That leaves me with The Fog. And you know it came in at number 1 on my top 10 from 1980. The cast alone is amazing. It's about a town that has a dark secret. They're celebrating their heritage with an anniversary. However, it's only there because they stole gold and money from a shipwreck and took it as their own to benefit. And the spirits come back to get what's rightfully theirs and seek revenge. This movie stars the amazing Tom Atkins, Jamie Lee Curtis, Nancy Loomis, Janet Leigh, Charles Cyphers. John Carpenter directed, John Carpenter score. You just can't beat it. And I gotta put this puppy in. Here's perfection. It's amazing. It is a badass flick. My favorite from the year 1980. I know my tier list probably doesn't make any sense to you, but let me know what you guys think about it. This was my first one. I had a blast doing this with you guys. 100%. If you guys like what I'm doing, I might do more. I'm sorry for the bottom part of the screen. Yeah, I don't... I'm just learning here, guys. I'm just learning, but I hope you liked it. I hope you had a good time. Hopefully next time I can make it shorter, but next time's going to be for 1981, and that's definitely going to be a longer video. But hopefully you guys liked it. Hit the like button on the video. Make sure to subscribe if you're new here. Check out my Patreon if you're looking to support me in any way, or click that join to join the YouTube membership right by my Faccis Cinema name. Speak of the devil, brand new Faccis Cinema t-shirt. I'll raffle off another one. It is a beautiful thing. Beautiful thing. Hopefully I'll see you guys in the next one. I'll be tearing it up again on Tears for Fears. You guys have a scary day, everybody.